Hi, Taurus. Welcome into your reading. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Saturday. You know me. If something's going to fly out, I'm going to read it. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Two of Wands. You're having some kind of conversations here back and forth with another fire sign like yourselves. Can be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Not necessarily. The energy that this person represents, which is male or female, you know me. For YouTube, you are my queens, whether you're male or female. The incoming energies for me are the kings. I don't do that for private readings, just for YouTube because you're a large audience. With that said, um, I am going to do your reading, but sometimes you know me, I will read the preliminary messages too, because it's like telling me what this is more or less going to be about. But when I have this King of Pentacles represents somebody like you, very down to earth, very grounded, has their shit together mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and Two of Wands. This is a serious type of person, so don't expect like crazy passion flying out from this individual. Um, and the Two of Wands is being at a crossroads. It can be within a relationship with this person, do or don't kind of vibe. And there is some kind of communication going back and forth or some sort of action taking place. All right, so however that resonates with you guys, let's continue. Let's see what's going on. We're reading for the mid part of June, and I can't even believe it's June already. Like, what is happening here? All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in, welcome in. I'm a slightly different type of reader. I will read you directly what the cards say. I don't sugarcoat things. And also, above all else, I need you guys to understand that when we read cards, we're reading the energies. So it's either you or them. So you're discerning adults. You know how to place the situation. And last but not least, time and energy is fluid. So for some of you, this just happened or it's about to happen. It could be 2 weeks from now, or it happened 2 weeks ago, or it's right on time. I read for the cohort Taurus, who Spirit wants me to read for at this point in time, because you're probably larger in scale for this storyline. Now, mid-June Spirit, what do you see for Taurus, please? Who am I reading for? Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor. The Emperor, wow. Wow. The Emperor usually represents an Aries energy. Of course, they don't have to be Aries. They also represent somebody that's very powerful, older in nature, could be more mature, creates empires, has their own business, are creative leaders. This type of energy. This could be somebody you're working with or you're trying to work something out with. Seven of Pentacles also refers to invested time, invested energy, invested finance in a project. So here you are, you're possibly investing in a future, or you have actually in past tense, because this is the situation. You have invested time, energy, and money here with somebody. It could be a business partner, or this could be your lover, or somebody you're tied up with. Uh, I say that you're tied up in some ways together. It can be financial, it can be relationship wise, but make no mistake, why I was saying wow is because at the bottom of the deck is the Empress, which is represented by Taurus, and the Emperor. This right here is a power couple, and this is somebody you had invested time and energy. So that it's telling me this is the potential of something that could be a power couple situation, but under that is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Something that didn't follow through, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just keep reading because these are just two cards. Now, what's coming towards my Taurus, please? What's coming towards them? It's just showing me the key factor in your reading. This person and the time, energy, and money you have invested in. It's like you're pausing and you're reflecting over it. For some of you, this is a relationship, the Hierophant. Could be marriage or some kind of institution. Could be, education. Could be whatever institution is to you. So you're torn. You're torn in regards to a relationship or marriage or commitment here with somebody. It could be between two people or the two choices that you need to make. Do or don't. Stay or leave. But here you are, very torn. You're trying to decide between the two, and this is why. This is what's coming in your near future. The bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. It's telling me you're having a lot of blocks, obstacles, challenges. You could be even arguing here with someone. Underneath that is Three of Pentacles. You're finding it difficult to collaborate here with someone, whether that's work or your relationship, because institution can also be your job. Now, what doesn't Taurus see coming their way? What's the surprise here for Taurus, please? Oh, this is a lot. Our Ace of Pentacles showed up again, but in the upright position. So you need to make some kind of judgment call here. You've been having some stress in the recent past, but it's going to be no more. That anxiety, that sleepless nights, that difficult decision that you've been needing to make, it's going to eventually leave. But what I don't like is the Seven of Swords. It's just like ghosting. Someone here is just ghosting because they can't deal with the stress or the anxiety of the situation anymore. Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. For some of you, this could be stepping out in the sense of an affair. So if it's not ghosting, it's lying, it's cheating, it's ghosting. It's also being a little bit clever, a little bit sneaky. So what you don't see coming is you're going to have to make a decision on a situation that was a little bit shady, because you really just don't want to stress, and you will. You're going to stop stressing over this whole entire situation. You're going to go the slow and steady route, okay? The slow, steady, cautious route, because if you see anything come your way, you've approached it in the right manner. And the Page of Cups. Someone here is texting that they're sorry, an apology. And if they're not coming out with those words that they're sorry, if they're reaching out in a small kind of way, which is like texting, which is like, hey, what's up? Which is like kind of like, I don't know, some kind of blurb on social media. It's not picking up the phone and talking to you. It's not sending, huge smoke signals in the air, I love you, professing themselves. It's none of that. But it's definitely something. And I think you take this, Taurus, in a way that you're like, all right, I'll take this. I'll work with it, slow and steady and cautiously, because this is something that you know that you need to make a decision that is kind of like shady. You know it is. It's stepping out. It's something that you just kind of don't want to deal with. So you start messaging here someone. You start texting them, or they start texting you. And with this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it is an opportunity of something solid. Let me see what the advice is. Actually, I can't wait to clarify all of this, because this is what's going to give me the details to know what's going on. Because right now I'm reading for you and I'm so confused. I'm like, what's happening here, Taurus? But when I start clarifying, I'll understand. What's the advice? And sometimes I just understand from the advice too. What's the advice for Taurus? I feel like something is completely out of your hands, Taurus, and there's not much you can do. Sure, you have to make a decision, because right now I'm seeing the common thread. Over here, you're pausing and you're reflecting on something that you spent time and energy in. Over here, you have to make a decision between two paths or two people. Over here, you're sitting here needing to make a judgment call regarding this, because one of these paths to situations is shady. Your advice, the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands talks about, taking something casually, having a little bit of fun. But the Queen of Swords in reverse talks about you're like, how am I going to say this in a nice way? Because I told you I'm not a sugarcoater. Queen of Swords in reverse, I'm just going to be honest with you, she's a bitch. She's short-tempered. But I always say this with the Queen of Swords in reverse. And it's only the Queen of Swords in reverse. When she's a bitch and she's in this place where she's not thinking clearly or she's not thinking straight, and I say she because it's a she in the card, you, whether you're male or female, this is you, It's because somebody put you in that position. Someone made you that way. Someone has exhausted your patience. Someone has just like worn you down. So it's put you in that element, in that energy. So spirit's like, you really kind of got to come out there because right now you're not thinking clearly. And you might not even notice that you could be short tempered. So anybody that's like approaching you regarding anything, you're not having it. So you're just kind of like, I'll put it to you this way. You guys are a whole lot of love, light, a whole lot of joy, and a little bit of fuck you, right, Taurus? Well, now your whole little bit of fuck you is a whole lot of bit. It's like you got to flip it. You got to be a lot more of love and light, which you are naturally, because that's not a natural card. That's a state of being, and someone's put you in this state. But the Knight of Wands is like, it's kind of like one of those things where you got to take the energy. It's like no skin off your nose, going casually over something. I'm not saying taking advantage and cheating or doing something shady, anything like that. But it is saying you do you. You do yourself. And if somebody else is doing something fucked up or shady, that's their karma. They have to deal with it on their own. So this is why it's making me feel like it's like you taking care of you. Everything is out of your hands. There's not much you can do in this situation. Sure, you got to make a decision. Sure, you have to analyze what's happening to you. Sure, you got to pick a path. But right now, you're not thinking clearly, is what it's saying. And you need to just kind of like extricate yourself from this whole situation. Go out with friends, have fun, just realize who you are before this mess came to your door. All right? Let me see what the outcome for the week is. Oh, I love this. Queen of Cups. You are. You're going to go back to this energy. You're going to go back to this energy of love. Let me have one more. Or two more, sure. The Hermit, Virgo, Strength, Leo. Oh, Ace Cups. Oh my God, I love it. That's why you're the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you're going to go to this place where eventually you're going to come out of your headspace. You're going to start thinking a little bit more clearly. Actually, you're going to be feeling a lot more because the Queen of Cups represents somebody who's like in love, but not just in love, somebody who is also emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, emotionally adaptable. You can have the difficult conversations too. If they're negative conversations, you're able to have them. But not only are you going to have them, you're also going to have a fresh new start in love. You have the Ace of Cups here. I'm like, no wonder she's feeling all kind of loves. And I say meaning you, whether you're male or female, because it's a she in the card. But you guys are going to have a fresh new start in love. You know why? Because you're not going to resist something. I think a lot of you with this Hermit, which is a Virgo energy here, I think a lot of you guys are also going to make some wise choices here. And I think your Two of Swords over here, you make that decision. And this is how you end up here with your outcome, making some sort of wise decision, or you go within. You kind of take a time out on your own to make this decision that you will, and you embark on this fresh new start in love. This is amazing. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you work it out here with someone. You collaborate. You're doing something. Let's start clarifying and see what's going on here. I think you're moving on, Taurus. I think you've had some shitty energy in the past and you've had some difficult choices to make, but I also feel like Jupiter that is coming into your sign now, where it's residing in Taurus. I feel like you guys are having a whole lot of luck in love and money. So let's see what's going on. Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor, please. Wow. All right, so if some of you were dealing with an Aries, or you were dealing with this other person over here that like I said, has a creative, older, wiser person, somebody powerful, I want to say there's Judgment in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles upright. Interestingly enough, this is somebody that you may have could have been from your past. Well, obviously they are from your past. Seven of Pentacles. You did. You invested time and energy in this individual. And you weren't making a decision, okay? Because Judgment's in reverse. And sure, maybe this person came back and started talking to you. You know, maybe they made themselves available to you. But this is also feeling left out in the cold. So either they put you out in the cold or you put them out to pasture, all right? But they're in the upright position. So I'm not exactly feeling like you totally kicked them to the curb, because you didn't. You're just not making a judgment call, all right? And this was somebody that you were on and off with. Let's see what's going on here. And this is why what's coming towards you is making this decision. But this is being left out in the cold. Either them by you or you by them. Yeah, you kind of don't know what the future holds. I think this is why you're doing this like slow and steady approach. All right, let's see what the Hierophant and the Two of Swords is. I knew that the clarifiers were going to help me clear up this whole entire situation. Okay. Five of Swords. Sorry, the text is beyond tiny. It's all the way at the bottom. And the Magician. And the King of Pentacles again. Remember we had the King of Pentacles in the preliminary messages? Well, voila. Here he is again. He meaning he or she, okay? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Does not have to be those signs. It's just somebody a little bit like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say a little boring. But they're stable. They're sturdy. They're cool. They got their shit together. That's them. And here you are trying to make a decision on a relationship or a commitment of some kind, clarified by the Five of Swords and the Magician. You're sitting here trying to manifest a situation where you're like, okay, I really need to fix my future. I really need to fix my relationship. I need to fix my, whatever your institution is, whether it's education, career, or relationship. For the bulk of you, it really is talking about marriage or commitment. But the Five of Swords talks about sacrificing something. First of all, you got things going on over and over again. That's why I was saying before, I'm like, okay, now the clarifiers are making sense to me. Because the Five of Swords could talk about like mental disruption in your mind, ruminating, going over again, like arguing with yourself, like doing the pros and cons in your head, and it's getting a little nutty. That's why in your advice you have this Queen of Swords in reverse. And ironically, it's the Queen of Swords in the card, even though the card itself is Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is like, you know that you have to cut something out. This is why she's holding the sword. Okay, you win some, you lose some. It's a bittersweet card. So you're ruminating. And that's why you're trying to decide. And this is in the future position. Because you know you're trying to manifest. And here's the funny thing. Two Taurus cards. Two Taurus cards. You're trying to manifest this situation. This relationship, this marriage, this commitment, whatever it is that you're doing with this person. It's like you do or you don't. Obviously, this person wants to be with you, but you're debating it. And it could be because of this other person that you had from your past. Sometimes we learn, we love, we live, we lose, we move on. It's part of our journey. It's part of our path. All right. And I say it to you like this because you have two Judgment cards. Here you're not making one, but then it's going to be represented to you again where you need to. It's like a voice in your head that's just going to get louder and louder and louder. And the universe is telling you that too, Taurus. So like, you cannot not make a decision. It's just going to get louder and louder and louder. All right, so here it is. They're back in your face. Judgment. The Nine of Swords in reverse. And you know what? You know why it's doing it to you? I'll show you why. Okay. Do you see this? The Nine of Swords represents stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Let me show it to you in the upright position. This dude, which is you at the bottom over here, you have all these demons, all these swords that are like attacking you. In the reverse, it's dropping it. It's getting rid of it. It's like not dealing with that anxiety anymore. You are realizing as time passes that this is what you need for your own personal sanity. All right, but let's see what else is going on here. That's why you're doing the slow and steady wins the race situation. What's Judgment? Page of Cups. This is also texting somebody. Could be an apology. Maybe you're doing it or they're doing it to you. look at the card from down below, but the Ten of Cups talks about a happy environment, a happy couple. 5 cups are yours, 5 cups are theirs. Just give me a second. But the other card that fell on the floor is the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, the Six of Wands in reverse is not getting the kudos. It's not getting the validation. It's not getting the vindication. That's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, half of it's good, half of it's bad. Why? And now I can see through the clarifiers what's going on here. You do need to make a judgment call. And it is on something that was like lurking in the shadows for you. But you do have the potential of being happy here with someone. But on the flip side, there's no vindication and validation with or from someone else. You're not exactly getting everything that you want, but you're getting something. Hold on. Six of Wands in reverse. So you're sitting here saying to yourself, okay, I'm just going to go slow and steady. I'm going to work with what I got. So you're kind of doing this. I don't think the other person knows that you're doing this because they're totally happy to be with you or around you. But I do got to say, you're not exactly stable either right now because you're coming out as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're my queens. This is you. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, but it's in the reverse. Sometimes, like for me, the reverse Queen of Pentacles is taking care of yourself. Okay, because in the upright position, that's the mama bear. That's the papa bear. That's the card that takes care of everybody else, nurtures everybody else. And in this case, it's like you're trying to take care of you right now. And you might need that. Because I never find the Queen of Pentacles in reverse to be a bad thing for anyone when I read this card. Sometimes the Queen of Swords in reverse is, I don't want to say is bad, but it's not good either. And it's in your advice position. So it's not like you're exposing this part to the world. It's not like you're totally this. Spirit's just warning you not to get into this situation. And I don't think you are. I think you're recovering quite quickly. I think you're making assessments and judgment calls. And I think you are, realizing what can make you happy while what other situation is not. Because you're not getting the vindication and validation that you need, deserve, or want. That's why you're coming out in the reverse back here. You're like, you know what? I got to take care of me. I really, really do. A whole lot of love, a whole lot of light, and a little bit of fuck you. Being that little bit of F you doesn't mean you're bad. It just means you're showing people your boundaries. And that's a good thing. Now let's go to your advice. Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords in reverse. Six of Cups, Eight of Wands. Okay, so you are talking to somebody from your past that maybe it was casual. Maybe it was this like Seven of Swords. Maybe it was shady, whatever. All right? And you are reminiscing over the good times. And you are speaking to them or you're taking some kind of action. But it's putting you... It's not good for your mental state. It's not good for your mental health, okay? Because it's making you become the Queen of Swords. And Spirit's like... just be casual about your life right now. Just go out and have some fun. This situation is also talking about reminiscing over the past. Because these are phone calls. Or this is action taking place. Like real action. Like going out, meeting up, hanging out. It's back and forth. It's reciprocal. It's like I text you, you text me. You don't wait 5 days to text back. It's not like that. This is just like a little bit more... heavy duty. But here you are reminiscing over the past, over a certain situation. But I don't like that it's putting you in this place where it fogs up your mind. You can't think clearly. Could have been because you had an affair here with someone, or it was way too casual. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse. This is a rejection of a mistress or a mister. So if you were a third party, this is the rejection of it. Absolutely. All right, let's see the outcome. It's fine to have memories. It's fine to talk to your past. It's okay, but just make sure they don't put you in this place where you're just casual and you're having just fun. And, it's okay to have fun is what it's saying. It's okay to be where you are. It's okay to reminisce over the past. But what's not good for you is your mental state. Don't let anyone do that to you. I say this all the time. The only person who could drive you crazy are the people you hand the keys over to. Don't give your keys to nobody. You drive your own bus. All right, the Hermit. The 7, the Strength in reverse, and the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So, what I was just telling you about the bus analogy, the only person who could drive you crazy, blah, blah, blah. That's the Chariot. The Chariot, for all intents and purposes, is remaining focused on yourself, remaining focused on your life, remaining focused on your path and your journey, your goals. What are your goals? Your goals are to settle down, to have your marriage commitment, to have your career, to have your job, to have your sanity, whatever it is for you. It says remain that way. And you are. This is what you're doing because it's in the outcome position. Even though you're torn. Once again, you have Two of Swords. The Two of Swords where you're like, what is that's going to do that for me? What is it for me that's going to get me to those goals? Is it to the left or is it to the right? But you're initiating this fresh new start in love. And I think your approach, Taurus, is the right one personally for me, because you are doing this Knight of Pentacles. You're just moving slowly. You're going cautiously. You're paving the way with brick and mortar, not like matches and sticks. Okay, that's something that can light up like that. You're going to remain focused even though you don't know which is the right path for you. And this is why you're at the bottom of the deck. You're coming out with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, when you start going over here and you start over analyzing, this is what begins to erode a relationship. This is the thing that starts having toxicity seep into a relationship, because one of the two of you starts overthinking, overanalyzing a situation. And then the other person, the other partner is like, oh my God, they don't like me, they don't love me, they don't want me, da da da. And then all this insecurity starts coming out, and everyone's like, oh, that's so unattractive. While the other person's like, well, no, I just need time to think about this. And this is kind of what you're doing. You're once again repeating a pattern. You started this way, you're going to end this way. You started with the 7 of Pentacles debating over this person. You're at the bottom of the deck, again, with the 7 of Pentacles overanalyzing something. That's why this is in your advice. Don't overanalyze this. Just go casual. Just be free. It's fine to reminisce over the past. It's good to have the good memories. But don't, try to re-manifest them into your future with someone else. Someone else is someone else. It's a different path. It's a different journey. It's a different experience. Because look what else is coming. A fresh new start that's going to be real. A really real one. If you're going to ask me who that person is, I have no idea. Maybe they'll appear in your extended reading. For those of you who don't know, who are my members, that's the only way you can do an extended reading. The join button's below. The link is below for the extended reading. In the extended reading, we go into your person. Their feelings for you, their intentions, the good, the bad, the ugly, the actions that they're going to take, and then what the universe actually sees happening. All right, so, and then we analyze this too. What's your oracles think is going on? So, Oracle, what do you think is going on over here in the world of love for Taurus, mid-June? Oh my God. First of all, I had a feeling. At the bottom of the deck, it says keep an open mind. This is what I was just explaining to you in regards to a different experience, a different path. Everyone's different. All right? Reconciliation. We're going to clarify this. Hopefully, it'll show us who it is. I'll ask. We'll see if they'll tell me. And true love. Guys, you have true love here. This is what, for me, is the 10 of Cups. All right, so in the extended, we'll clarify this. Let's get one more card for advice, and then that will be your reading for the week. I muted you for 1 second. There was an airplane going by. I know how annoying that could be. I'm working on it. I did move my area. I did try to soundproof half the place. I have a little bit more to go. It's the windows. But we're almost there. All right, so, and your donations, thank you so much. Your donations have gone to pretty much the whole entire channel. Equipment mainly, like this. Somebody from the Aries Mr. Sanchez, who donated that, which was amazing. All right. Letting go. The symbol comes to you to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight, lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want. Let others do the same exact thing. You'll be so happy that you did. Miracles come from when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. Letting go. And that's kind of like what it's saying over here with this Knight of Wands in your advice position. Don't get too much in your head because you're just going to lose the zest or, the love of life. So by just going with the flow, which you're already doing anyway with the Knight of Pentacles, just go with your heart as opposed to your mind. And I think you will be a-okay. I mean, you're having a fresh new start in love anyway. So this looks amazing to me. All right, Taurus, this was actually a great reading. Please leave me your comments down below, and I will see you guys next week. Everyone else, come follow me for your extended.